everyone. I'm Ice37. I'll be taking over as host for the rest of today. Over for from the BPG, who was the previous host. And right now, we'll be going into the next run, which is Razorflamekun and his showcase of Etterna. I'm not sure if I said that right. Additionally, both bid wars, well, not bid wars, incentives have been met, that being both Handcam and the Quaver showcase. So we'll be seeing a bit of both of those. And yeah, I'll be turning it over to them, this being Razorflamekun and their commentator, Freya Spirit.
Alright, so my name is Razorflamekun, and I'm going to be doing Etterna Showcase.
Hello, we are
Etterna is
Freya's, and we will be
Stepmania.
commentating this for
We're going to be
Razorflamekun.
playing a bunch of songs. I have a list that we're going to play. Some of them are going to be different speeds than you're used to. That's called rates. I'll let Freya Spirit get into that when it starts, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and let Freya's Spirit take over, and we'll get this show on the road.
So it looks like we are just getting started. So Etterna is the latest version of Stepmania, which is basically Dance Dance Revolution on keyboard. There have been many versions of software to support this, but the most recent one is Etterna, and honestly, it's just a really, really nice quality of life improvement. The one thing that isn't a quality of life improvement that's new here is a new scoring system. The old DDR system had just a few different scales, versus this keeps track of exactly how many milliseconds off each arrow is, and it gives you a score based on that. So, other than the very slightly different scoring system, the only difference between Etterna and old school Stepmania and the old Dance Revolution system is just some slight improvements to the scoring system. We're starting with Paranoia Survivor Max, which is a DDR song at 1.3x. You can see at the bottom it says 1.3x music and 377 BPM. And so the red notes are quarter notes, blue notes eighth notes, yellow notes 16ths. And you can see in the bottom left it said peak 14 notes per second. And notes per second is a very, very good way to approximate the difficulty. It's not perfect, but it approximates the difficulty really well. And next we have Cloud Control at 1.3x. This is a song that Razorflamekun stepped himself, and it's a really, really fun song. The song just flows really, really, really well. It's a nice technical song, and with a really fun set of music, so lots of triples to start. And lots of streams. Not continuous streams, but lots of streams. And it's just a really, really, really fun file to play. At 1.3x music, this is 207 BPM. And anything over 200 BPM 16ths are hard to continuously hit. Especially in a marathon setting, it's definitely expected that there will be some combo breaking with a song that is this fast. And this song just flows so wonderfully. And you see that there's green notes now. Those are notes which are not quarters, eighths, or 16ths. During that segment, you can see at the bottom that the BPM actually halved. That's a really, really common thing, where during slow sections of the song, the BPM will be cut in half. There are multiple ways to handle your scroll speed. One of the ways is X mods, where the scroll speed will change based on what's happening with the BPM, and that's how classic Dance Dance Revolution used to play. A more modern solution is to use C mods, constant scroll speed mods, where even if the BPM is changing all over the place, you'll get a constant scroll speed, and that is what Razorflamekun is using for scroll speed. So this is a very, very fun song to play. Much more technical, much less on the constant stream. Knowing the rhythm, tapping the keys to the rhythm. And that's another interesting point. A lot of players, when they first play Dance Dance Revolution or Stepmania, they will try to treat it as a game where you tap the arrow when it gets to the top, rather than a rhythm game where you're tapping it with the rhythm. And that was a 95%, which is wonderful. Anything over 93% is a double A, and a double A is usually what you're aiming for with songs. So we are at 1.05x now, with the song Era. And you can see at the bottom left, there's a 16.48 difficulty. That is a computer-generated difficulty. And it's really, really nice that we have computer-generated difficulties. It's not perfect, but it does get rid of the problem where each human is kind of rating things on their own difficulty scale. So a lot of the other songs were pad friendly. When people first started playing a keyboard, they would play with most people played with just the 2 index fingers, emulating the way that you would play on pad on the arrow keys. The modern way of playing this is almost always everybody playing with 4-finger. There are a few people who don't, but almost everybody plays with 4-finger, spread out along the middle row of the keyboard and whatever is most comfortable. Older songs which are made for index are much more keyboard friendly, are much more pad friendly. But you can see in this song, you can see a bunch of pad unfriendly things, such as mini jackhammers, where you have to tap the same note in quick succession. And most modern songs are much less pad friendly. This is a much faster song. You can see 15 notes per second peak. Lots more streams. And as we go through this, we'll point out which one. And the ones which are pad friendly are much easier to just sight read and just play without practice. The ones which aren't pad friendly tend to have some sets of notes which are much denser and much harder to read. So this is Lawn Wake 9, a very, very classic song. Definitely one of the ones that was out close to 15 years ago, if not 15 years ago. So this is going to be one which trends very much so towards pad friendly. And this is just an awesome song. So the Flashbulb songs, Lawn Wake 9 now, and then Lawn Wake 4 later on, are very, very technical songs. They're going to have some very, very bursty sections. And in songs like these, it's very, very important to just have the rhythm in your head and press the notes and tap your keys to the rhythm. You can see that at the bottom that we're at 93 BPM right now. It's halved for the slow section. And that the 93 is going to double to 186 as soon as we get out of the slow section. So this style of song makes very very good steps. Generally to step a file that's not a beginner file, you need a song that's active enough that you can actually make enough steps. And songs which are interesting rhythmically make for very good files, just because there's a lot more interesting stuff going on, rather than just turning it into an endurance file. So this is a wonderful, wonderful classic song. You can see on the left, this is much more technical, so a very different style from the last song, but about the same peak notes per second. Excellent song and so much fun. So we're going into the Keyboard Mega Pack next, which is a very old pack. This is definitely one of the classic songs. And we're going to play Feliz, which is another awesome song. Another classic. So this is definitely from the era of songs where everything is pad friendly. So there's something you're going to see. So a series of 16th notes right there are called streams. And there's a concept of jump streams, where a jump is a term from DDR, where you have to jump to hit 2 arrows at once. So hitting 2 arrows at once is a jump, and jump stream is where jumps are thrown into the middle of streams. And those are very much so not pad friendly. But we're definitely expecting this song to be generally pad friendly. And as an Anakin song, it's it's a nice and chill song. So we didn't mention it before, but during those during the arrows with the gray thing beneath it, you actually have to hold the arrow for that amount of time. Originally, holds were expected to be used to add to the difficulty by making you hit other stuff beneath them, but in practice, holds are just used to emphasize certain notes. And it's uncommon for them to actually be used in a way that increases the difficulty. So that was one of the changes that with this scoring system over the Dance Dance Revolution scoring system, where holds used to give you extra points for successfully holding them, but instead this scoring system changed it to a successful hold is worth 0 points, and a missed hold is worth -5. And that's one of the improvements that we really appreciate. And you can see just how different this style of song is from the previous one. No deeply interesting rhythms going on. Just much more on the endurance side. And it's really fun to see a mix of various styles of songs in a showcase like this. So that was a 94.75%. Wife 3 is the name of the scoring system. Judge 4 means that you're using the default timings for what a marvelous and perfect is. The 16.49 is the difficulty of the song, and the 17.34 is Razorflamekun's score. And in the bottom right is the most interesting graph there. It tells you how yeah, the end scoring system is really neat. And by far the most interesting thing there is going to be in the bottom right. There is a set of dots which tells you how far off each arrow was. And you can just look at the graph and see exactly which arrow you missed. And we have another flashbulb song, Lawn Wake 4. This is going to be 207 BPM. So just as technical as Lawn Wake 9, only much faster. And this is honestly one of our favorite songs. And we really, really love playing this. And the technical aspects of it, yeah, this is a song which just explains itself. So we're just going to sit back and watch and let you enjoy this. This song is so fast, it's really hard to keep combo on. So he's doing an amazing, amazing job here. So Lawn Wake 9 was definitely the hardest song that we have seen so far. And that was a 91.77%. So we believe that this is the first song that wasn't double A'd. Very difficult song to double A. Especially to double A consistently. As you saw in his scores, he's double A'd it once. And this is his second best score, so very, very solid run. So this is a MIDI song. Cold Pizza.
You're in big trouble though, pal. I eat pieces of shit.
This is a very much so a speedcore song. Very fast, very aggressive.
No.
Very fun song to play. He's doing an amazing job keeping combo through all this. This is a super, super fast song. And another second best score. Very, very nice. Razorflamekun is just doing such an amazing job. This is Paranoid at Hades. We have no idea if this is actually a classic DDR song or not. But we are at 1.25x music, 375 BPM, 375 BPM eighths. Probably, we'd expect some 16ths to be thrown in as well. Let's try it again. This song is very much so just a streaming song. No technical interesting rhythms. Just a song that tests how fast you can go. fast jacks are always hard. How fast can you mash the same key? It's very surprisingly difficult. And Razorflamekun rebinding the key to restart a song. We wonder if that was an accidental restart. This is Emerald Sword. This is one of the classic songs, one of the most well-known Stepmania songs, Etterna songs. So this is a real classic. And we're at 1.5x, so slightly harder than it normally is. This song is a real endurance fest. 4 minutes of just go fast, go fast, go fast, press a lot of notes. And by the end of the song, you can definitely feel the endurance bit kicking in. Excellent combo by Razorflamekun. This is about the point of the song where you're getting really tired from having just constant button tapping, key tapping this entire time. And this is kind of the segment where just exhaustion starts to cause you to break combo extra times. This is where you have a good score, and you're just trying to maintain it and not lose it in the last section. Which is really, really, really hard. Razorflamekun maintains combo to the end of the song. Very, very nice. Vertex Alpha is a wonderful, wonderful song. Silver released 3 versions of it: Vertex Alpha, Vertex Beta, and Vertex Gamma. Vertex Alpha is the slowest of the 3. And this is just a really, really nice and relaxing song. The Vertex Beta chart is a real endurance test. This is a nice, relaxing song. So there was the first instance of jump stream that we've seen there. So a string of 16th notes is known as a stream. Jump stream is where there's jumps, where you have to hit more than 2 notes at once in the middle of a stream. Very, very index and pad unfriendly. And one of the skills that has to be mastered. Definitely one of the harder skills, both reading it and executing it. We definitely will be seeing more jump stream later on, but this is our first real taste of it. that was Vertex Alpha, an amazingly chill and just song to relax to. Very, very fun chart too. And now this is the Terminator, one of Razorflamekun's own step files. And this is good. We're gonna see a lot more jump stream here. The first half of the song is a nice setup. This song is just a real endurance test, which pushes you and pushes you and pushes you. It's so fast and so awesome. We got a chance to play this file, and it's so much fun. Okay, so you see the gold combo in the middle? Razorflamekun had not got up until that point had not gotten anything less than a perfect, which is absolutely amazing. It was never going to be kept through the difficult part. This is really hard, just constant throwing so many notes at you. A real endurance test, but keeping a perfect full combo through the beginning section is absolutely amazing. The best showing of accuracy Razorflamekun has had all today. Really impressive. So we're getting close. So we're getting to, this is the slow part, the break. And after this break ends, it's just going to be non-stop action for the entire rest of the song. So so once this break ends, we're just going to sit back and say nothing and just let the song speak for itself. The music sets up a deep endurance section so well, and Razorflamekun has stepped this so well. And here we go. We are so impressed with how long Razorflamekun kept that combo. This is not an easy section to read at all and to tap. Wonderful song. So we are going to be closing this showcase out with two Dragon Force songs, both stepped by Razorflamekun. This is Black Winter Night. This is trending towards endurance on the same level as Emerald Sword, nowhere near the intensity and endurance test that the previous song was. But another endurance test, and very difficult to maintain, especially this far into a showcase. a lot of these combo breaks are really starting to see just the exhaustion that happens at the end of a long showcase. Individually, none of these patterns are too hard, but after going through so many other endurance songs, it's really difficult to keep up. So huge kudos to Razorflamekun for fighting through all of this.
Hello. I just want to tell you, well, I'm muted right now, so they can't hear me. But I just want to tell you guys that we may want to not do the last song, because I believe you have one more after this, and might do it.
Well, that was the last song.
And there we go, that was the last song. An amazing showcase by Razorflamekun.
Alright, so
All right, so
that was the last song.
that was the last song. Okay, I just want to thank Freya Spirit for commentating, and I'm going to go ahead and do the Quaver showcase for you guys now. I will do the explanations and stuff. So thanks again, Freya Spirit, for doing the commentary, and I'll see you.
So much for having us, and thank you for the amazing showcase, and good luck with your next one.
Alright, so now I'm going to be doing the Quaver showcase, so I'm going to go load that up really quick. Of course, I had to close Steam beforehand. I was having issues with the game lagging on me, so I ended up having to close the game and restart it, and that fixed it. So Quaver is a game, if you ever heard of Osu Mania, it's very much like Osu Mania, except it's better. Should pop up here shortly. There it is. So I'm going to be playing two songs for you. We're going to start with the one that I'm going to the first one I'm going to play, and this is one of my edits that I'm working on. We're going to be playing it on very fast. We're going to be playing it on 1.65 times rate. And we're going to begin. And we got a full combo. So, I forgot to mention some things before I did that. Osumania and Quaver, if you might have noticed, the freeze notes, they're called long notes in this game. You have to release them. Hello? Hello? Okay, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, you have to, what the heck is going on? Oh, that's why. Okay, so, what I was saying, long notes, you have to hold them, you have to press it when you first see it, and you have to release it right as it's, done. So, those are the two differences between, the two games that you saw me play. But this is gonna be the finale. It's gonna be Eternus, and I'm gonna let you guys enjoy. And that is the Quaver showcase for you. So as you might have noticed, Quaver's much different than it's much different than Etterna. If you're interested, then go ahead and it's available on Steam for free if you'd like to play. Anyways, thanks for having me, and thanks to Powerhouse for having me, and I will go ahead and let Shane.
Later.
All right. Thank you for that run, Razor. That was Razorflamekun and his showcase of both Quaver and Etterna. Up next is the Spectrobes run on DS with Sniper Wave, and it's also going to be the any percent no frame walk category. And yes, we'll go with that. All right.